way to start a Friday morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 9. We are so glad you're with us for this very special edition of the 9 on the road. Mario Lou, Ryan Armani, I'm Dina Santafanti. We have the sun in our faces,
yes.
The Detroit River to our right, and the Detroit Grand Prix to our left.
You could not ask for a more beautiful day to be in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, you can't draw it up any better, and you're getting a bird's eye view of Skyfox right now high above the city of downtown Detroit, where the racing world will be watching the big IndyCar series, the Detroit Grand Prix, for the second straight year on the streets of downtown. So much excitement happening down here. It feels like, and I say this every year we're down here, it is Memorial Weekend, and then the IndyCar series is here. It's like an unofficial kickoff to the summer months here in Detroit.
It's really been a big lead up, though, to everything that the city has to offer. Coming off the NFL draft, now having this, the eyes of the nation on Detroit. Once again, I love that.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's tell you where we are. We are on the River Walk, as you can see behind us. It's just gorgeous out here, and it's funny because you've got these two competing worlds. You've got the serene, beautiful water. You got boaters out there, and then just a few steps over this way, you've got race car driving, and man, they are cooking already this morning. It's pretty amazing to see when you see the downtown streets, and you can imagine, we're talking sharp turns, short bursts. It's pretty cool to see. So we're going to be bringing you all of that. It's free pre-day, of course, which means a lot of opportunity for the kid. We see kids every year come down for this event and get a taste of the racing world that maybe they haven't had before.
That's what I was going to say. Really a great opportunity to introduce people to a sport that they may know nothing about, and a great time just to bring the whole family down. You find a good spot to watch all the action, and if you don't see the cars, you can certainly hear them for sure.
And you talk about finding a good spot. There are plenty of places to find a good spot. Over half this track is free. Now, this is totally free today, but you will get a vantage point to see this race. More than 50% of it is free. So those locations are pretty incredible. And as you come down today for the free pre-day, there are a couple of things you need to know. Once you get through the security and you go through the entranceway, there are two ways you can go. You can go up to Grandstand 9, where you'll get, you'll be high above the racetrack, or you can go in above the bridge, over the bridge, and then you get down to the paddock area. And you talk about having access and being introduced to this sport. That is really where your introduction begins. You are right there with the drivers, right there with the cars and the crews. You can get right down there on the paddock area. So that is a great experience today, free pre-day. The Indy cars will get out there later this afternoon. So that's going to be a great opportunity for everybody to come down as well.
I will say, too, if you know nothing about racing, which is kind of where I am, despite being at this event for many years, it is exhilarating. You don't have to know a ton about cars to really feel the physical effect of these cars speeding by. But there's also a ton of other. It's just a big fat party. You got stuff happening at the Spirit of Detroit. You've got stuff happening on all levels of Hart Plaza, and of course Campus Marsh is in on the action, so it's really encompassing all areas of
Even
downtown.
if you just decided, you know what, I want to be near the race, but I just want to come down and look at the water.
You're right.
You can do that
Come
too.
on down.
You can come on down.
But that's part of what makes this so special, too, is it is, as you say, an event. You can know nothing about this race. You can not care about who wins or who's driving or anything like that, but you just want to be down here because of the vibe, because of the city, because it's a destination. And there will be people from all over the world here this weekend for the Detroit Grand Prix, and another chance for Detroit to kind of shine once again, as they did in the NFL draft. This is one of those weekends that I think the world gets to see Detroit.
So what are we hearing now? Is it, I know it's some of the other circuits, but is it a practice run?
Yes,
they're learning the track.
Exactly. These are practice runs. There are the if you want me to get real sportsy for you,
We love when you do that.
Oh, Ryan's getting sportsy. Sit back.
Yeah, well, there's the IMSA series, there's the Indy Next series, so a bunch of those cars are on the track right now, just kind of going through practice rounds. And there's, the IndyCar race itself isn't until Sunday at 3. Practice rounds qualifying tomorrow. IMSA race runs tomorrow. It's an undercard series, and then Indy Next runs Sunday morning as well in advance of the IndyCar series. So 3 levels of racing that we'll have over the weekend here in Detroit, capped off with the Indy cars. That's the big one, 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Let's head out to the track because Dave Kinchin took a lap.
There you go.
Oh.
Let's see how it went.
I feel like I'm going up in a spaceship here, From getting fitted for the helmet and safety gear, I knew one thing. It's about to get real. We got strapped in for a hot lap, taking this year's Detroit Grand Prix track for a spin.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
But truth be told,
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. There's the river. But there's the turn. Thankfully.
it kind of spun me around too.
My stomach's somewhere back there. Thank God I used the bathroom before I did this, so we're good.
Isn't that cool?
Michael Montre is president of the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix presented by Lear.
140 miles an hour down Jefferson, that doesn't happen usually, right?
No, it doesn't, and the teams behind one of the greatest world events in racing had plenty to do before race weekend.
It's a lot of work, we have to make sure the roads are smooth, obviously, for the race cars. We smoothed out a couple areas since last year, turns 3, turns 9, those will both be smoother, a lot more passing, so it's a lot of work.
Smoothing out, even welding the manhole cover shut, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The Indy cars create so much suction underneath that they'll suck the manhole covers right out of the ground, so we have to weld those down.
A wild ride and definitely a delight. Meantime, we've talked with many bars and restaurants in recent weeks who say they're so glad the race is back downtown. They say it's better for business for them because it's more accessible to the fans. And by the way, the race is sold out too, so that's huge as well. In downtown Detroit, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Awesome. Wow.
That's great. So Dave goes around the track. One of the things about us as Detroiters, us as Michiganders, one of the things we know, the roads. if you talk about the roads.
You'd think they'd fix it one of these
talk
days.
about the roads. Last year, 30% of this race was under caution, meaning there was an accident or the cars were disabled or something like that. So we'll see if we can improve upon that a little bit. They've done so much, and we're going to talk to the chairman of the race coming up. Bud Denker is standing by. We'll ask him about that. What improvements were made over the last 12 months?
How much of that is considered to be, what you expect when you're going into a race, and maybe it gives you a competitive edge, and how much of that is a reflection on how much of an improvement needs to be made?
Well, both.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you look last week, at the Indy 500, at a traditional racetrack where there's just a bunch of left turns, right? This is a city street course where you are literally going through city streets that you and I drive every day.
And the drivers, when we talked to the drivers last year, because that was the first time it was back downtown in about 30 years.
Sure.
They were excited for the challenge, to your point. They thought, all right, let's do this. It's very different than the IndyCar.
There's no doubt.
What we saw last week in Indianapolis.
And look, this race has been happening for decades, right?
Yeah.
But this is like a new race for them because this is just the second year. Many drivers driving here for the first time, but this is just the second year of a track. Last year was a brand new race for them. So what happened at Belle Isle for the previous 20 years or so made no difference, right? This is a completely different deal.
We will talk about what improvements, because last year they said, okay, it was good, but we got to work on a couple things. And so we'll find out from both the drivers and the people in charge what they changed for this time around.
What's interesting in this career, we get to test out a lot of different things. I think the daredevil part of me is done, but would you hop in one of these cars as a passenger and want to rip through the city these days?
I did one of those hot laps at Belle Isle. It is pretty stinking cool, man. It is.
Is it terrifying?
Well, I wasn't terrified because I knew I was being protected by a professional driver.
Yeah, that makes you feel good.
It is no joke, though. I mean, it is athletic. I don't think I would do it. I'm kind of a chicken.
I'm with you.
I
can watch these days.
Yes. Okay, I think we're going to take a quick break right now. We're going to go to break. We have tons of resources planted all over downtown, up in the sky, around the pit, around the cars. So we are going to celebrate this sunshine and say a big thank you to Derek Kevra.
My goodness.
We got to do that.
Tell us what we already know, Derek. It's beautiful today.
Guys, sunshine is out there. I'm listening to you guys talk about whether or not you would do it. You could get Marielle to do it if you turned it into a competition. In that case, she would definitely be in. Sunshine down there today for free pre-day. We're going to talk more about that and, of course, your weekend forecast. All that's coming up after the break.